Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 14th December 2022. The news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will discuss the next shows and dates. But before we start with headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. Welcome to today's news show. How are you?
Very well. Thank you very much. How are you, my friend? How is it going?
Fine, thanks. Yeah,
Fine.
it's
Wednesday
Wednesday,
is
news show.
fun day, news
Great
show
day.
day. Absolutely. Hey, so cool to be here. Hey. We had an
So,
exciting week, like every week on DeFiChain.
really?
Yeah.
Sure,
It
yeah,
never gets
like every week,
it
yeah.
never gets boring here, right? So I would say we start with the headlines and then we jump right in what happened.
Correct.
Here you
Let's
go,
jump
DC.
into. So, today we will talk about the hard fork Grand Central and what happened with the DUSD burnbot. You recognized our headline and thumbnail. We have a short update on the wallets. Our notable mentions are part of the show, and community projects and the updates will be at the end before we conclude with the future dates. And with this, Mark, explain us a little bit about the hard fork and
That
what
sounds
happened.
so. Now it's test mark. Explain it. Let's see if he remembered all the
Sorry,
details.
I explained it in German, so you had lesson one, and
Okay, so
now
that was lesson one.
it's
Now,
the test.
now show me
No,
what I've
sure.
learned.
I think it's worth to explain a little bit what happened
No,
because
absolutely, absolutely. Let's do that. So we had a hard fork. Like this was like Friday, last Friday morning, here in Singapore, and afternoon in Europe. So the hard fork itself went quite smoothly, at least at the very beginning. Like you remember, there was this burn bot was planned so that that there's gonna be unused DFI rewards gonna get collected on an address, and then a burn bot takes these DFIs and burns them. I mean, if you say burn, buys USD with these DFI, so that's why the DFI get burned. And then, yeah, to help us with the repack of the USD on the chain. And it was an improvement proposal that has been voted on in the last voting round, and we were all really excited that it started, and it looked good at the beginning, and then suddenly there was a chain split. So that's why the thumbnail was DeFiChain derailed on the exit of Grand Central Station, right? So what really happened? So the core development team started investigations, and the idea was, okay, it has most likely has to do something with the burn bot. So if the chain splits, and how we learned this happens like more or less several times a day. It always happens when two masternodes find in the same block a new block. Then is actually the question, so who is the rightful owner of this block? And then another block get mined, and then normally one chain is longer and one chain is shorter, and that's not a big thing. The shorter chain actually adjusts and actually gets back on the so-called main chain on the longer chain. This is normally a thing that is like happening several times a day and nothing serious. But the problem was that on this burn address where the DFI get accumulated, the burn bot took the DFI and tried to burn them. And because there was rollback on the shorter chain, these DFI that have been accumulated should have been kind of erased or deleted because the chain actually got rolled back, but the DFI was still standing there. So the balance was higher than it should be. And now the burnbot was so smart and tried to burn more DFI than he should actually be able to burn. And then the other chain said, no, 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 you're doing something wrong. That's actually not even possible because where have you got the DFI from? So I'm not going to go back on your chain. So the chains were separating. And this is like on a wide junction. So they were running further and further apart. And I think there were even several chains that did similar things, and there was a little bit chaos. But the core development team figured out what the problem was, switched off the burn bot, not to cause more chain splits. And then there was a bug fix introduced, an update, and that kind of forced all the nodes back on the main chain. So it was clear what's the longest chain, and then the majority, I think most likely a lot of the nodes were anyway on the longer chain, so we forced a couple of more back on the chain, and yeah, then everything was peaceful again, and everybody kind of found the right chain. Was a little bit an exciting story, most likely for the core developers, not so much for me. I was cycling at that time in the middle of the night. I just heard that something happened, but I couldn't help anyway, right? So thanks a lot for the core development team for sorting the problem out. Burnbot is still deactivated. Not a massive problem, so the DFI are still accumulated on the burn address, but the Burnbot is not doing its work. We're gonna link the Burnbot address up there. We just checked before. It's already 150,000 DFI on the Burnbot address, or on the burn address, however you want to call it, or the USD buy address. And it's gonna be reactivated. And we got the latest news now. So on the 10th of January, the Burnbot will completely activate it again. Why on the 10th of January? There's gonna be another hard fork to sort out a couple of things, and this is after Christmas and New Year. I think the general idea behind that was that we don't want to ruin some people's Christmas vacation here, and that not the developers have to be like alert over the peaceful time. So we're gonna do this in January. So don't be kind of annoyed about that. The DFI just gonna get burned later, so we are on plan. It's just not a continuous burn until for the next 3 weeks, but everything looks pretty fine. So that was kind of the exciting part, or let's say the slightly negative part. Let's talk a little bit about the good stuff, because chain split DC. And nobody talks about actually what was the fork about. And the fork was about on-chain governance. And it's good that you put that in the show notes here. So the on-chain governance is on track and will be activated on the 26th of January. And then also the first voting round is going to be introduced. Pay attention to the dates, because normally it's a 45-day voting cycle. This time it's a shorter period where you can put up your proposal. And that's the 26th of January until 9th of February. So put your proposals up there, and then it goes directly in the first voting cycle.
Small correction.
Yes.
Proposal must be before the 26th, so they must be available in this period. It's this kind of evaluation, not really voting. It's the pre-voting cycle.
Okay. So before the 26th of January then? Or between the... Okay, good. And then the voting starts on the 9th of February. Okay, cool. So it's a shorter voting cycle then. Right? Okay, perfect. Thanks for adding that. And then the updated masternode addresses that you can actually change where your reward's gonna be sent to. So that these 3 addresses, this is gonna be live on the 22nd of December, and then a consortium that was introduced that you can build a new bridge is gonna be live on the 11th of January. So a lot of new stuff looking forward. The code is more or less in the system now. It's more like that's the activation has to happen. So yeah, in January a lot of stuff is happening, and then hopefully Grand Central is on track without any further chaos. We're looking forward to them.
Yeah, and we will have the one or other topic for our news show. So a lot of things are coming to the blockchain, and we can talk about it.
Absolutely.
Great. Looking forward. Okay, so far for the hard fork, what happened with the DUSD Burnbot? Maybe just a little bit or a small comment. It was not a bot itself. Yeah, the issue was in this balance of the address holding the DFI, and the bot with the swap showed that there is an issue, and now they have to fix it, and we will burn a lot of DFI in January.
Yeah,
cool.
So don't be afraid of the burn bot.
It will come. Then we jump to our next topic, wallet updates. So what happened on this page?
So our 2 main wallets, the desktop wallet was updated, is always updated if there's a node update, because the node in the background is a full wallet and it runs a node. So it was updated to node version 3.11. The desktop wallet is on 3.10. flawless update like always, super easy. Download a snapshot and then you are live. If you haven't done it yet, all the masternode owners should really do this, and everybody else who is still using the full node. Otherwise, it will not sync and you will not get the latest information. And then there was a light wallet update, minor update, has nothing to do with the hard fork itself. It was smaller user interface and user experience improvements. It's really hard to see them because the wallet is actually pretty cool. But the development team always finds some small improvements. And also really interesting, so what they are doing, the Bersto research team, they are kind of scanning social media. So if there are comments about the wallet or there are suggestions or little errors that have been found and maybe not reported on GitHub, they take that really serious. They track all these things. I mean, they cannot guarantee that they pick up everything on the internet, what somebody writes about the full wallet, but they really try. Be very open-minded, and they check everything what they see, and then all of these things normally get added to a long list. And if they find it useful and it's possible to do, then they are very happy to implement that. So I think the message here is really, Bersto research team is listening. So if you have a suggestion, they are really happy about that, because they are a team, they're using the wallet, but they are really, really thankful if there are great ideas out there in the community. It's built for the community, right? So keep it coming, what I want to say. Yeah, so much about the updates. We're going to link up the GitHub link for the changelog, but yeah, that's it for the wallet updates, DC.
Thanks for this update. Then we have smaller topics happening during the week, and we summarize it in our notable mentions. What can you report here?
Yeah, there was a really nice article on the international, how was it called? The International Business Times. They ranked they didn't rank, but they pointed out 10 blockchain projects that have a lot of good stuff going on, and where they see a lot of future improvements and a lot of, like the shining stars on the blockchain heaven. And DeFiChain was one of the 10. It was really nice to see that we are getting a lot of recognition out there. There were a couple of other projects up there. Check it out. We're going to link the article up in the show notes, of course. Then there was a video from Julian, what happened to the DSD buying bot on DeFiChain, where he actually kind of explained what we explained, just in different words. This was a little bit closer to when it was happening. Check that out. Always a great video to watch, Julian. And then there's a Bittrex giveaway starting, and they are giving away for 10 users $200 in DFI, so that's about 400 DFI. What you have to do is like sign up, tweet for Bittrex Global. So we're gonna link the description that is in the Twitter post up. What you have to do, all the steps that you can participate in this little giveaway, Christmas giveaway, December Christmas giveaway from Bittrex.
Thanks. Great. Christmas is the keyword. Are we on Christmas vacation with the community project?
No, the community is still going strong. So they are not taking a Christmas break so far. So Paddy launched a new video in the market. Actually, it's new. Normally it's a podcast. This time was also recorded. He was interviewing Yusin, and they were talking about DMC, DeFi Meta Chain launch, and what's up and why do we need DeFi Meta Chain, and what's so special about it. It was really nice to listen to, a lot of insightful things. Paddy also summed it up. I think he collected questions from the community, asked Yusin about these things, and then he summed the whole interview up in a two-pager. Two-pager is on his Twitter account, so check that out. It's really nice summary there. Then we had, I stumbled across a new DeFiChain channel today. So there was a channel, DeFiChain Strategies, and I thought, what the heck's that? And I figured out it's Bene from DeFiChain Epic. He's doing a kind of a new format where they talk about investment strategies on DeFiChain, and I think they pick up tokens that we have on DeFiChain, look a little bit in the technical analysis, analyze the companies behind it. So I was watching one episode where they talk about Netflix and GameStop, and it's really nice because it's a different focus. So it's now about trading from assets, not crypto assets, from all kind of assets on DeFiChain. I really enjoyed this first episode, so check it out. We're gonna link it up. DeFiChain strategies. Well done.
Small note. I
Yo.
think they are doing the videos only in German so far.
It's possible. I didn't even recognize because I
think
switch
so.
always between. Yeah, it's possible that this isn't German.
Just
Yeah.
from remembering, I
Yeah,
think they
absolutely
didn't
possible.
even-
I couldn't even tell was it English or
You have to
German.
check it.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right. I think it was German. Yeah, but anyway, check it out. Good reason to learn a bit of German if you're not German speaker. Then there's another channel, Nils Pfannkuchen from DFS Neo, another community project. They also, so actually, I think Nils himself is launching his channel, and there's gonna be some interesting content most likely. So I haven't seen videos yet. I don't know if the channel is live, but I think it's
No,
it's not.
start.
It will start. Okay, cool. Then yeah, the next days, watch the space. Then DeFiChain Trader notifications have been activated. Telegram notifications have been activated this week. You can use the same filters you would apply when filtering results to define when you want to be notified. So yeah, Informer for DeFiChain Trader. That's pretty cool. Then DFX is now offering buying direct D token, liquidity mining token with one bank transfer. Okay, that seems to be an improvement here. And 0% DFX purchasing fees for D token, LM token, and DUSD D token. Okay, less fees. That's always a nice present, little Christmas present from DFX. Thanks a lot. And Kugi and Krish from Vault Maxi, they added Vault statistics. We're gonna link up the statistic page. It's pretty cool. You see now how many vaults are there on DeFiChain, how many are running Vault Maxi, and yeah, a couple of additional statistics for the data guys out there. Really cool. Well done. Thanks a lot for adding that.
Good. Then we are nearly at the end of today's news show. Future dates are left. So what's happening next here?
Next week is the Christmas DeFiChain news show, and I'm on vacation, guys. So DC is gonna be Santa Claus and bringing you the latest and greatest from DeFiChain next week. I'm on vacation already, so I wanna say thanks for the great year now already, and Merry Christmas, and yeah, have a nice New Year's Eve and a big party, and then I'm gonna see you next year. So that's my last news show for this year, but there is still another good show coming up, a rebuild show. The Cheverly's team, Sebastian and Igor, they gonna have a chat with you tonight. So like kind of a pre-football show. So just to get in the right mood, is for sure gonna be as exciting as the football game. And yeah, check it out. It's at 9 p.m. Central European time, German time. Cool, exciting.
2 hours. Then we will start, and they show us the cash flow butler.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's
Looking
see
forward
what
to
they've
it.
got.
Then thanks, Mark, for joining the news show.
Thank you for hosting.
Have a great vacation.
Thank you very much. And have a
enjoy
good
the
show.
free time.
Have a good show next week.
Sure.
I gonna
Always.
watch from some other location. Thank you very much, DC. Good.
Then we have some time left for the one or other question for everyone being here live. Everyone else, thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we see you, or I see you next week.
Thank you very much, guys.
Have a great time.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
So the last time for us this year together, let's see. Hey, DC is here. Hi, DC. How are you doing?
Really?
Rhodium is here. Oh, that was Christian Peterson. That was the wrong one. Christian is always here. Hi, guys. Christian, by the way, before I forget it, get ready. We're gonna do a fireside chat next year. You are on the list. We're gonna get in touch next year. We have to do this together. It would be really cool to meet you finally and hear your story. I hope you're up for it. Then we've got a question here. Galen says, will a locked USD DFIP be included in this January hard fork?
Honestly speaking, I don't know. It was planned for beginning next year, January, but if it is now in this hard fork, I have no update there because the next one was not originally planned. Maybe they now merged them together to one. Maybe we will see another one later on. I try to get here an update till next week and then inform you.
Exactly. So then there's a question about the BTC hack investigation. End of the year, there's going to be some update. Then we have Christian Peterson. I will be here next week. Yeah, you are here every week, so you are kind of inventory here already. I think you are our most loyal customer or guest of the show here. Yo, that's it for the questions.
Then,
what's your plan for
thanks.
Christmas? Let me ask you a question. Any specials planned? You're going somewhere? Family trip?
No.
Building snowman?
For sure, family is the normal plan during Christmas or over the Christmas holidays. And then I think just coming a little bit down, relax. For me, Christmas and New Year, it's a lot of things are happening there, yeah, with family and the holidays.
Yeah, I think Christmas is so nice in Germany, right? So here in Asia, Christmas, I mean, first of all, it's not a Christian country, so
Yeah.
but you know what's so crazy?
Also, your temperatures are wrong.
Yeah, the Christmas tree is not really surviving so long in my living room. We've got one out of plastic. But they really start so early. It was like in November already when they had the Christmas decorations up here in Asia, so in Singapore especially. And I thought, hey guys, what's wrong with you? I mean, it looks nice, but it's so commercialized. The whole
Yeah,
idea
but
about Christmas is so different.
this Christmas sweets you can buy from mid of September on in Germany.
Seriously. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's getting
sure.
also earlier and
Lebkuchen?
earlier.
I don't know the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Lebkuchen. I always don't know what's Lebkuchen in English. Could haven't had Lebkuchen for a long time. DC, thank you very much for covering next week.
of course.
Enjoy the last Christmas show. I want to say thank you very much again for the great year. It was a great cooperation again, and yeah, we do the next show next year together.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Will be a great year next year.
I think it's gonna
Pretty
be
sure.
really exciting. I completely agree. Good guys, DC. Then Merry
See you
Christmas.
soon. Have a great time.
See you next
Bye-bye.
time. Bye bye.